So Guido, welcome to FrightFest. You're here with your film, The Bitter Taste, which is already screened. How did the screening go?
I think very well. So I've seen nobody walking out and not coming back. So I think it was very good. I hope I liked it too. So I saw it for the first time in a screening like that, in a big screening, and the sound was great, huge. Sound was huge, and it was just great to see it for the first time. Yeah.
Because that must be quite nerve-wracking. Because I'm imagining that previously you've been working on quite small monitors and laptops. So what was it like to see it suddenly projected that big?
It's great on the one side, but also it's a bit frightening because you see, oh, there's too much grain there, and oh, I did, all these little things that you don't really see on a monitor that you could correct maybe, you see for the first time. But after all, it's great to see that even if you work with a small, like I did, a very small camera, that this very small camera can create these huge pictures, and yeah, it's a wonderful thing to see for the first time.
And take me back to the beginning of this film. Where did the idea come from?
It was actually a very small idea. It was an idea about two women meeting in a weekend house and fighting for their lives, and it became, with this adventure story. And that is because Julia, my wife, and also she's the main actress in the film. She started. At a point she said, "Okay, let me start writing, and then you come and do the second writing, or you correct or whatever." And after one day of writing, she said, "I think I want something to do with modern pentathlon, and I want these elements of the sports in it, and I want this and want that in it." And so yeah, we thought about it. How can we put all this together? And the story just evolved to such a big adventure story, and it was never planned to be something so but that we would. I don't know that would take us for 4 or 5 years of production, but that happens if you get creative and if you have fun doing what you do.
And one of the things I really like is the look of the film. It's kind of got Silent Hill / Gothic horror vibes. Was there anything that you sort of looked to for inspiration in terms of the look of the film?
Yes. Actually, I think one of my main inspiration was Gore Verbinski's A Cure for Wellness. But there also were, I mean, if you look at the action scenes, there's a little bit of Evil Dead Part 2, Evil Dead Dead by Dawn, and The Thing is, of course, a little bit. So there are some references to films that inspired me. But in terms of the look, I think I always was trying to achieve something in between A Cure for Wellness and The Ring, maybe. But I mean, just as far as you can tweak the colors and what you can do in color grading. But that was sort of my reference. Yeah.
I think it was quite an inclusive crew as well. Women are still finding it so hard to get into film. Why was it important for you to sort of give these talented people a chance?
Yes, and I mean this is partly, I guess, because of Julia really took care of we need strong women and all these parts, and even the part that was written for the cop that was originally written for a man. Right. And she started with, why don't we try to switch this, like this typical role that could be played by this typical grumpy cop, why not making it a woman? And this basically because Julia thinks about this, and I was very skeptic at first until we realized that it is, for the story, it's a very great twist, because you never know if she maybe is also part of this whole this whole witch community. So this actually really made the story a lot better. But basically, I think it's because Julia really took care of all this thinking about what can we do in terms of putting more female power into the characters, but also into the people from the team, of course. A lot of women in the production team. Yeah.
And you said that this film's been 4 or 5 years of your life. Have you started to think about what might come next?
Yes, we're right now actually working on a documentary, which we sometimes do. So we always try to do maybe a documentary and then a feature film, a narrative film in between. And right now we are still in the editing for a documentary about intelligent animals, or communication between animals and humans, and intelligence amongst animals. Very interesting thing. And afterwards, I still have 2 scripts that I'm working on, which are also in the fantastic film genre. So that one will be more science fiction horror, the other will be pure, like more creature horror. So.
All that sounds super interesting. So thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you.